Hey guys, how's it going? We got some more Cold Steel 2 to play. There were many twists and turns yesterday while we're taking care of the final dungeon. The biggest thing, let me just, where's the grad gallery? There it is. The biggest thing that happened is Crow died. Yeah, romance is over. Kind of hard to get in the mood with the East 8 music at the moment. And Rufus is an Iron Blood. That's what also thing that happened. And also, Osborne's alive all along. So we got some epilogue stuff to take care of. It should be finished within 1 to 3 streams. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the, get all monster guides, which is from the prologue to the final dungeon. I figured out my mistakes. First and foremost, there is an enemy. The final boss summons a minion, the Vermilion weapon, but he didn't spawn it because I finished him off before he get a turn. So I took care of that in another save file, but then it turns out I was missing one of the entries for one of the enemies here. This guy, he's the only one in my monster list that has question marks in it, and that's in the Aurora region. It was kind of frustrating and kind of hard on myself, but it's one monster, and unlike, the treasure chest stuff, I could do this in subsequent playthroughs. And I could just do New Game Plus, carry over the monster data entry, and I could skip a lot of stuff and just abuse turbo mode and fast forwarding if I just want to get the information. And they also messed up on one other thing. Something I forgot to show at the end of the stream yesterday, because I feel it's kind of, relevant or funny. Let's go to this. Yeah, it's kind of awkward transition since I do this in another scene. So, remember when, Reen, on his first day of class, feel like the worst thing that happened was him being on the bottom of Elisa, and then his face is between her breasts? And compared to all the things that are going on later in the series, I feel this is relevant. I had the innocent times, and Reen had no idea what he was getting into since enrolling to Thor's, getting dragged up into the Civil War, one of his close friends dying, awkward estranged relationships with his biological father, and all sorts of other things that'll be more to come in his journey. Okay, back to game. So let's begin one of the epilogue stuff. Super happy fun times await us. We got cars passing by too while I have the windows open. Yeah. So I had to double check on, the bestiary, so I made an extra save file here, just to kind of see, but we're not going to be using that. We're going to load it up after this upcoming chapter. So I'm going to be using this. And this is a special chapter. We're going to be playing as some crossbell protagonists in the side story. And I was not aware of this at all in the second playthrough. I was kind of worried since you know, I can't exactly, you know, grind their setup or prepare things in advance. And I'm playing on Nightmare, so I was worried, you know, how this is gonna go. But they gave me a bit of a crutch. Like, I could just, if you listen to the story stuff, do things normal, but I'm gonna go in between. I don't want to deal with any potential grinds or stress, you know, with the limited resources. But at least want to show off the dungeon, so we're going to the Geo front. Tangram Hill, the place we still never went to. Having played Zero on Ao no Kiseki, I could appreciate the crossbell stuff much more this time.
Are they the Empire's new weapons?
Those soldat soldiers need to have better aim.
How can we compete with something so mobile? There's nothing to fear! They may be mobile, but they're a damn sight easier to handle than that purple devil of crossbell.
Purple, devil crossbow, that's probably one of the ions.
What the? Huh? Hello! Incoming at 3 o'clock!
Well.
What the hell?
Well, here's Reen, you know, assisting Ereboni in helping take over Crossbell.
Is that?
The Ashen Chevalier, the hero of the Imperial Army.
The area beyond here is Imperial territory. You have no business treading into Crossbell. That was a warning. Try to advance any farther, and I will show no mercy.
Yeah, I think earlier on it said it was March 20, 1205, so things happened within 3 months.
All units retreat! We're returning to the outskirts of Altair!
Wow, you're amazing! I knew you were the one who ended the Civil War, but seeing you up close, you're really something else.
Not at all. I'm still fairly inexperienced, if you ask me. Recover the wounded and any POWs and return to Tangram Gate. Just remain vigilant until the speech is over.
Yes, sir!
Advertisement. The occupation.
It's now March 1205 of the Septian calendar. Over 2 months have passed since the Azure Tree vanished.
I remember this place.
So much happened during those months. President Croix was arrested. Crossbell's movement for independence was promptly declared invalid.
Yeah.
And before anyone could process what was going on, Speaker McDowell became Mayor McDowell. The war in Erebonia came to an end sooner than anyone had anticipated, but it was quickly followed by the invasion of Crossbell. Gorelia Fortress, which once served as the only physical link between the two nations, was no more. But that proved to be little more than a temporary setback for the Imperial Army, who acted by flying hundreds of tanks over the state from a vast airship. In no time at all, Crossbell was occupied. The Calvard Republic, which had been wrapped up in its own share of chaotic internal disputes, finally reacted to Erebonia's bold invasion in turn. They began with sending its cutting-edge armored airborne divisions into Crossbell, hoping to force the Empire out of the region completely.
Hey, special support section building. I remember those kids. Ryu and Henry.
But every attempt they made resulted in failure, as they were repelled effortlessly by one soldat after another. And today, at Orcus Tower, the new seat of Crossbell's government, the new rulers of Crossbell rose to deliver a rousing speech.
Hey, it's the Orcus Tower.
Friends and citizens, it brings me great pleasure to stand here among you once again. But even in the midst of such gladness, the specter of the harm Crossbell has visited upon the Empire lingers still. The destruction of Gorelia Fortress and the ensuing civil war it caused has taken a great toll in resources and in lives. The anger, sorrow, and dismay in the hearts of the Erebonian people is still fresh, still too near. But today is a joyous day, a day to put the troubles of the past behind us. Let us join hands and step boldly into the future, leaving our anger and grief behind. Challenges will rise before us, but together we shall meet them. Together we can rise above the tumult of these troubled times. Men and women, old and young, rich and poor, those from every walk of life can share in these aspirations. Looking toward that goal, there is someone I'd like to introduce to you today. A brilliant young man who played a pivotal role in bringing Erebonia's civil war to its swift conclusion. And the individual most responsible for the historic accomplishment that sees me standing before you today. The first Governor General of Crossbell, Lord Rufus Alberea.
Well, here's your new Crossbell ruler. Rufus takes over.
Greetings, friends. It truly lifts my spirits to be here among you.
Yeah, it's not satisfying for him to just, naturally take over the Kreutzer province.
I'm honored to have been entrusted with the profound responsibility of acting as Crossbell's first Governor General. As I'm sure you're all aware, the division between the nobility and the common people is a long-standing part of Erebonian life. Personally, I stand in support of our class system, but I fully expect that one day it will fade away. After all, if each citizen of the Empire conducts themselves with the courage, dignity, and grace expected of a noble, then what difference would remain between myself and any of you? As I hope for that day, allow me to speak not only as your Governor General, but as an individual when I say, in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Eugent III, I hereby proclaim the annexation of Crossbell into the Erebonian Empire.
Yeah, I don't know, Kaseki spoiled that. You know, that Osborne was alive, that Crossbell gets taken over for 2 years. Al did it first.
May the goddess above stand witness.
See, if you played those games first, it spoiled some of the Cold Steel 2 twists.
And may she forever bless Erebonia and Crossbell with the light of prosperity.
We've got some real larger-than-life characters in charge of us now.
Oh, hey, it's Grace. Our friendly reporter.
Sure, the Imperial Chancellor's intimidating, but he's so charismatic that the people eat up his every word. They love the guy. I can see why he's the bee's knees over in Heimdall.
The new Governor General's something else too, albeit for different reasons. He's... how to put this? Difficult to hate.
Rufus is a real pretty boy.
Like, he'd tell you to do something, and the next thing you know, you'd find yourself doing it just to see him crack a smile.
Well, Albaret is the name of one of the top noble houses in the Empire. Top 2, even. No surprise that the heir of such an affluent family would be popular. But it feels like there's more to him than that.
That's what gets me, though. Those two were on completely opposite sides during the war.
But they're secret collaborators.
So why are they both so buddy-buddy now? Very oddly sudden, in my opinion.
You're telling me. By the sounds of things, Erebonians can't make heads or tails of what's going on with it either. But you know how it is. There's so many rumors springing up thanks to the war, it's hard to tell truth from fiction.
Yeah, Rufus is a dirty traitor to his fellow noblemen.
Yeah, I've even heard about 1,000-arch tall castle appearing in the capital. I mean, that's gotta be made up, right? There's no way something like that's real.
Says the guy from the state who had to deal with a giant tree.
You've got a real short memory if you think that's bull. The Azure Tree wasn't that long ago, you know.
Point taken.
Yes, this is the office of the Crossbell Times. What? Representative McDowell will be issuing a statement.
Huh, sounds like something big's happening behind the scenes already.
I'll get to gathering some info on what's happening for our international section. Calvard's probably got some good stuff.
Works for me. Gotta use those connections of yours for something, after all.
Well, see you later.
Our independence came and went like bubbles on the water, and now we aren't even a state anymore.
Poor Crossbell.
We're in for some tough times ahead. No. They always say that the pen is mightier than the sword. I won't let those guys outdo me. Chief, let me handle that story.
That's all we of Heiyue can do for you, I'm afraid.
The original Geofront theme. Such a good song.
The guards have been given a little incentive to stay out of your way. You should face no more obstacles in your operation.
Thanks, Sal.
Think nothing of it. It's my pleasure to play all the cards I can. The place you're aiming for is where all the information in Crossbell gathers, as well as its Achilles heel. What you're doing does us no shortage of favors, I'll have you know.
Well, just this once? I'm happy to hear that.
Hey, Rishia.
Do take care, Yin. My apologies. Rishia. I've received information that quite a skilled warrior is in Crossbell at the moment.
As have I. Nonetheless, thank you for your warning.
Oh, not at all. I wouldn't want anything happening to a valuable future business partner.
And again, it's like I played through Cold Steel 1 and 2 before I played through Zero and Ow and 3rd. And haven't played through the Crossbell duology. It's like, yeah, I have a much better understanding and appreciation of this side chapter.
I believe that does it for me. I'll be praying for your success.
I'll be nostalgic too, even though I played out throughout last year. And I've been watching streams of Zero and Ow.
He's being awfully cooperative, isn't he? Then again, it's not a stretch to think he's only doing it because he's got something up his sleeve.
He's an incredibly shrewd man. Most likely, he's happy to do whatever will shine the most favorable light on him once Crossbell's occupation period is over.
True enough. He wouldn't want to screw up his chance to potentially play mediator between Crossbell and the Republic. I get the feeling he'd get along great with Lecter. He's our ally for now, but there's no guarantee how long that'll last.
Exactly. It's in our best interest to remain wary of him. Still, if working with him helps protect those I care about most, then I'll gladly do so.
So I like Lloyd's voice actor. Rishia sounds a little more stoic than I think.
Likewise.
Oh, she is an assassin and all. Here's main protagonist number 2. And the lady I picked during the Alpha finale.
Tio said to aim for the area up ahead. Crossbell's future rests in our hands. So let's get moving.
Right.
Well, let's have our fun. This is what they got. So they started level 145, not 130. We got Burning Heart. We got some good stuff from Rishia. So this is their Orbman setup. I took a peek at it last night while I was just kind of going through the chapter quickly. Also give him this. And there's no point in really upgrading their slots, especially if they got nothing. So if we really want to grind for Sepith, we gotta fight the enemies. So let's just fight them for fun. And they're just running away from us.
The advantage is ours.
Oh, we gotta get over the barrier. Good old Zero's battle theme.
An opening.
Gotcha. Gotcha! My turn!
Ricky's voice actor sounds a little bit different in battle, though.
Allow me.
Here goes!
Allow me. Shatter!
My turn!
I'm just having my phone messing around.
I'm still up for more.
Oh, we don't have the cross-spell victory theme, though. I forgot about that. Just want to show the different enemies. Even if it's stuff you've seen before, it's like...
The advantage is ours.
Why not?
Prepare yourself. Now!
Gotcha!
And build us up a little bit, too.
Right.
Allow me.
So it's weird to hear English void after hearing so much of the Japanese one.
Right. Now.
Gotcha! Here goes!
Go.
Right. Now.
Oh, that enemy's seen better days.
Gotcha! Right. I'm still up for more.
This chapter is not really long either. I could easily do this within the stream. Especially given the way I've been doing things.
I won't lose. Right.
Let's have our fun.
Finish now. Rising sun.
They didn't go with his third S craft.
Right.
This is probably his best known one. Just delaying the inevitable.
There.
Though I should be using hearts and all.
Activate.
Right. Arcus, activate.
Prepare. Now.
Gotcha.
I'm just kind of looking around.
Now. Come with me, Roy.
Right.
Still, scouting and analyzing enemies even though I don't really need to. It doesn't count the completion, but part of me kind of wants to for fun.
All right, we're safe now.
And we got evasion too.
That was some fight.
This sector has been abandoned for quite some time. It's not hard to imagine why so many powerful monsters settled in here. What amazes me more is just how much these Arcus orbments are capable of.
Yeah, they'll be a real asset to us in the future. They're so modern, they're practically still in testing over at the Empire.
I miss the variety of arts I could use before, but in terms of balance, they're much more suited for combat than our Enigma 2s.
Well, Erebonia's always had the upper hand on military technology, if nothing else. We should count ourselves lucky that Michel got his hands on them for us. On that note, we should also count ourselves lucky for being able to utilize them so well. I don't think we've had a single problem linking up.
Linking up, you say?
I admit, it's a strange feeling. It's as if we knew everything there was to know about one another, through and through. Almost as if our bodies became one.
That's very lewd, Rishia.
How, poetic.
Yes.
Sort of like how you perform with Elia on stage, right? That's like being one, in a sense.
Trying to be very smooth, Lloyd.
Now that you mention it, you could put it that way, yes.
Awkward.
At this point, however, I doubt I would even need one of these to match my movements to hers in battle.
Yes, let's move on. There's never any escaping the Geofront.
So this is what the Geofront's E-sector looks like. This one supposedly had its existence hidden from the general public, didn't it?
That's what Ellie said anyway. It was kept sealed off to keep everything inside strictly confidential.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lloyd's cheating at Ellie by hanging out with Rishia.
Corrupt officials and Diet members used it to conceal any information they didn't want leaking out. She did add that it wasn't its only use, though. Just one of them.
I see. Not the kind of place we can just leave as it is, then.
Yeah. We need to make our way through here, whatever it takes. Ready to give it everything we've got?
Of course.
App's a little bit confusing to read. And just gonna grab the chest for funsies anyways. We're gonna Kenville need to. I don't wanna, you know, underestimate things. And I don't have to chase down the enemies. That's very hot, Magneto. And how are you doing? Welcome to Crossbell Spoilers. We're epiloguing. We finished the Lane story last night, then there's just kind of extra stuff to do. Though there is more to come. And again, I could have bypassed, you know, the whole dungeon crawling stuff, but what fun is that? But we're still gonna cheese it, even though I kind of wanted to fight the enemy.
This is almost uncomfortably narrow.
Yes, Rishia, with your, you know, build and all. It must be really uncomfortable. Okay, so we got 2 chests here. Good song is good. Oh, I missed the switch. Yeah, I'm just keep checking the map, otherwise I feel like I kind of disoriented myself. Into another vent.
What a nice treasure chest.
All right, we're in a good place.
Allow me.
You gotta get over the barrier again.
Right.
Got a burning heart.
Right.
Oh, 2 enemies are petrified. And one's sealed off.
An opening.
Gotcha. My turn.
Right. Arcus, activate.
My turn.
We did it.
Let's keep moving.
Yeah, let's
What a
give
nice treasure chest.
Rishi some field action. Yeah. So those carried over New Game Plus, right? Of course, he gets Flying Heart.
All right, we're in a good place.
Okay, we already got our secret
Prepare
at 200.
yourself. Now.
So we should work on our overdrive.
Right. Right.
Well,
Right.
Here goes.
Prepare yourself.
well,
You fiend!
My turn.
Allow.
My turn.
Prepare yourself.
I'm just being a little
The
conservative.
battle's over, but we aren't safe yet.
Not like I'm getting much EXP.
This duct really is narrow.
What's wrong?
You naughty boy, you.
Nothing. Nothing at all. I might not be able to see anything, but this is pure torture.
Lloyd's a good boy. He's so pure.
What a nice treasure chest.
And we got their stronger weapons too. Or ventilation action. Malcolm really wanted to show off its vent action engine. I kind of missed the thing, but you know, oh well. Moving on. Since these don't count. And I already got rail locket anyways. Denied.
Oh, the platform's been lowered.
There must be something to raise it nearby.
You got a dungeon crawl.
The advantage is ours. Allow me.
Right. Now!
This is my chance!
Nice knowing you've got my back, Risha.
Not a bad team, are we?
Not bad at all. I missed their combo craft though. That was very good. I used that a lot in the end of the game.
Oh, found a chest.
The advantage is ours. Allow me.
Right.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Allow me.
Oops.
Right.
And then that matters.
Here goes.
Wrong. 100% plan is ruined anyways.
All right, we're safe now.
Just kind of more of a habit.
Oh, found a chest.
Which chest, Lloyd? This chest or this treasure chest? I'm just being silly.
All right, we're in a good place.
When I attacked the enemy, I could have just avoided it.
My turn.
Allow me.
Couldn't get over the habit barrier.
Here goes. Yeah.
Right.
Right. All right, we're safe now.
And we only got one dragon vision. Oh, we both got it. That could have made things a little easier. You know, for funsies. Yeah, it's multi-layered, so it's just kind of annoying to read in a way. Those are some giant flies.
Bring it on!
Allow me.
That's your scrap in action.
Behold my dance, an illusory offering to departing souls. Sleep, embraced by silver light. Rise!
Good times.
Here goes! Now!
This is my chance!
I hope these enemies aren't bugging you guys. Don't bug out on me.
Prepare yourself.
My turn!
Oh, they're weak to earth somehow.
Activate!
Right! Arcus, activate!
I'm just being
Right.
a little conservative with my overdrives.
Arcus, activate! You fiend!
Nice.
My turn!
Right! Huh. Right! Huh.
My turn! I'm still up for more.
Yeah, we did it.
That takes care of them. Hope I didn't end up dragging you down any.
There was never any chance of that. I can't think of anyone else who could go through the things you did and come out stronger than ever. You should be more confident, Lloyd.
There's no way I could have gone through it all alone, though. I still got a ways to go as a detective, too. And when you think about all the obstacles we've got waiting for us, I'm nowhere near strong enough to handle it all.
I wouldn't say that.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I've got no confidence in my own abilities. I just think it's important to be able to give an honest assessment of your own strengths and weaknesses. When it comes to pure strength in combat, Randy and Noelle clearly come out on top. With processing information, it's Tio, Yona, and Fran. And in terms of negotiation tactics, I can't compare to Ellie or the Chief either. If we don't make good use of our respective strengths, we're not going to be able to get through what's ahead.
Doing the friendship talk thing.
We might not all be able to stay in the same place anymore, still need to be able to work together.
Oh. They've started keeping watch on everyone then?
Yeah, I think Randy was the first one. After that, Ellie and Noelle started being watched. If it weren't for Tio's help, Kia and I would probably be in trouble too.
Kia's the best, most precious girl.
Is Kia still with Arios and Shizuku?
Yeah, Arios is looking after both of them. They should be okay for the time being. But if the Imperial Army sets their eye on them, things could get nasty.
Nice emotes, Magneto. Especially the one on the rightmost.
It's
Good
okay.
stuff.
The reason we're here is to try and avoid coming to that. Best get moving. We've still likely got a ways to go.
True. Let's go.
New enemy.
The advantage is ours. Right. Huh.
And I forgot to heal Riccio.
An opening.
Gotcha! Here goes! Yeah!
Right. Huh.
Here goes!
Prepare yourself.
Well, let's just do the thing.
Let's keep moving.
Who enjoys grilled fish?
What a nice treasure chest.
You know what? Let's just do it for the thrill of battle.
I won't lose! You're finished now! Rising Sun! I'm still up for more.
Okay, why not? I should have that just in case. Whatever. get to the next section now. And also on the belated note, thank you for the hosting, Magneto, OMG, Floopy, Ashy. Much appreciated. Even if I don't really convey it well enough. Much appreciated. More monsters.
This'll only take a moment. Allow me. Come.
I always like this ability.
Right.
Burning heart.
Here goes. Take this.
Right. Arcus, activate.
Here goes. Now.
This is our chance. Huh?
My turn.
Wind is his biggest weakness. Okay.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself.
Maybe we don't have the key. Oh, I'll do your worst. You got Grail Lock it anyways.
I won't lose. Arcus, activate.
Safe to heal.
Yeah.
Allow me.
Well, he's got Seal on, so we should be good.
Arcus, activate. Yeah.
Well,
Activate. Allow me.
appreciate to save the day.
The battle's over, but we aren't safe yet.
All right. So far, so good.
I suppose.
Is something wrong?
Yes, I am very sure I've seen these guys. I've played these games called Crossbell, which is a very niche thing that absolutely no one else have ever played, so I'm special. I know these guys.
I just have a bad feeling about something. I'm sorry. It's probably just my imagination.
And Izayoi, I figured out the missing enemies for the trophy. I missed one in the Aurora region, and the final boss spawns a minion, but I one-shotted it, technically speaking.
So you say, but those bad feelings of yours usually pan out to be accurate.
Well, at least I could just kind of do a repeat run very quickly off stream and just kind of get them. I could skip a lot of stuff. Whereas if I miss the treasure chest trophy, I have to open all of them up again.
I've had my life saved by them enough times to know that. If it weren't for you, I'd have probably died on one of those landmines, or been hit by that sniper.
I'd forgotten all about those.
Landmines and the sniper, I forgot what's in that reference to.
I have much less of an idea what the cause of this one could be, though. I only have a general, vague sense that something dangerous is drawing near.
Could it be that skilled warrior Sal mentioned earlier?
It might be. If all we were dealing with was a skilled warrior, I'm sure I'd be able to take care of them. This, though, whatever it is, it feels far beyond my capabilities. I'm probably not making much sense, am I?
No, it's okay. Even the warning alone is appreciated. Rishia knows how to keep her cool in a crisis better than anyone I know. What we're up against has even her on edge. I need to work on kicking my instincts up a notch or two. At least so they're as good as guys. Well, according to the data Tio gave us, we should be over halfway through by now. Let's just stay alert. If we don't know what we're up against, all we can do is try and be prepared for anything.
Agreed.
First, let's heal up. I'm a little uncomfortable. I'm just gonna make extra safety save. I'm gonna be loading up this save once we get to that part, since I, acquired the data for the Vermilion Apocalypse's minion. So that way I could just have only one enemy when I just get through the New Game Plus run, New Game Plus Plus. Got things here. I'm just confusing myself a little bit.
Oh, an elevator. Our destination must be down below.
Yeah, let's try and unlock it.
Nope, denied.
All right, we're in a good place.
Right. Arcus, activate.
Here goes. Arcus, activate.
I remember back in their game that arts are really, really good. They're more effective than physical attacks.
Yeah.
No silly crafting business or craft spamming.
Prepare yourself. Now!
Gotcha! Right. You're off balance!
This is my chance!
Nice knowing you've got my back, Risha.
Not a bad team, are we? Be wary of that monster.
Up the vent we go.
This is almost uncomfortably narrow.
A very long vent. Trip up. I almost wanted to fight that enemy, but it feels kind of, it's pointless.
Oh, found a chest.
There did our level boost thing.
That's the first lock done.
That's one part done.
This one's tough. Be careful.
Right.
Do we have any smoke powders? Can we run away?
Let's withdraw. No, can't get away.
Let's try again.
Right. Let's cut our lock. Let's keep moving.
I don't feel like fighting the big enemies. Hey,
found a chest.
Hey, Kefka. And what exactly is nice? The fact I got this far, or Richia, or the Geofront music, or my running animation, or something. I'm just being goofy. I mean, yeah, Rishia's a babe, there's no denying that. Look at her. That is nice. How you guys doing? I failed to get all...
This is a tight fit.
I sadly failed to get all the monsters for the trophy. Yeah, I got all the black records. So when that part comes, all will be revealed, the true history. And just to kind of show things off. Oop. Come on, there we go. Sometimes it feels laggy. Like I failed to get this because I missed the monster in Roar and the Vermilion Apocalypse's minion initially. But at the very least, I'm happy I got this one. Getting all the treasure chests, that's a lot trickier to me. Because there's always that one chest to go overlook. The ones in the epilogue and the side chapter doesn't count. Yeah, I'm just kind of go for 100% run Kefka. So that's what I was just kind of aiming for.
What What a nice treasure chest.
So I was like, oh, damn, I missed stuff. This sucks.
That's 2 locks done. Let's head back to the elevator.
And I've also played through a little bit of Astro Chain Richie. So far I'm digging it. I'm not good at it, but I'm digging it. I dig the style. The main character looks like Boyd Bannings. The main male character, that is. Fun, fun. And do I need to charge up or anything? Probably at the end. Yeah, at least you're close to Richie. Soon. Let's see, do I want to give Richie stuff? Well, let's give her a V2. Just so she has some base evasion. And I don't have any, like, evergreens or anything. It'll be a little slower, but it's not that important. And do I want to make anything for funsies? Yeah. Yep. I also got all 5 black records. Yeah, I won't see it here, but you know, it's a thing that exists. Oh, and I could get it here again. Why not? Just to make it a little easier for our guys. I'm just checking other stuff. Yeah, just none of that stuff, but even though I could just kind of, you know, do the bonus pack, but I'm kind of lazy about it. I wonder if these stack. Oh, I didn't even see her Arcus plate. Nice. I'll just save it again just in case. A little bit worried. Got a long hallway ahead.
Lloyd, I think we're here.
Yeah, we finally reached the end.
Yep, 51 more days. I wonder if I'll completely beat CS2 by then. It's 51 whole days and all.
my. This facility would be the center of Crossbell's orbital network, yes?
In a way, the overall structure is far too complex for this to unambiguously be its center, but it's a good chunk. Either way, if the Imperial Army took it over, they'd have instant access to all info related to us on the net. Every Crossbell citizen's personal data, records on our financial transactions, even the layout of the whole geofront. If we want to have any hope of a future, we can't allow that to happen.
I agree. Why not just destroy the facility itself, though?
We could, I guess. But from what I can gather, it could still prove useful to us once the net's safely back in our hands. So the plan is to leave the hardware itself intact, but wipe any and all personal data the Army could take advantage of.
And that's where that initialization unit Teal made comes in, right?
Right. Roberts and Yona were the ones who actually designed it, though. They wrote the program for it from scratch, too.
I know all these character names.
And that makes things easy on our end. Once we boot up the computer, it'll create a backup of everything we need before wiping it clean.
Exactly, Richie. It's like, I can appreciate this chapter more now.
Initialization unit activated. Confirming connection to Terminal 0. The unit will commence backing up all data, initializing the system, followed by performing a reboot operation. Are you certain you wish to continue? If so, please press the red button at the center of the unit to proceed.
Right.
Commencing all required processes.
Nicely done, Lloyd.
It's not like I did anything special. It's funny. Ordinarily, this kind of work would take hours. This unit will let us get in and out in 10 minutes flat. Those two never cease to amaze, do they?
Roberts and Yona? They certainly are impressive. In the meantime, let's secure the area.
Stop where you are.
Oh, well. Yeah, it's kind of weird hearing English Lloyd, though. And to a lesser extent, English Risha.
I didn't sense anyone coming.
Hopefully he returns in the future.
Targets confirmed. I presume these must be Lloyd Bannings and Rishia Mao, respectively.
Green and his adoptive daughter meet the Crossbell protagonist.
How do they know our names? Hold on. Isn't that Itachi? Like the one Arios uses.
I'm nowhere near as proficient with one as he is, though. But we should be able to handle the two of you at least.
Clown Soleus.
It's kind of interesting and random, you know, how Green's parent teamed up with Altina.
The hell?
A black puppet?
Sorry, but we've got our orders. We can't let you finish what you came here for.
I wonder who this black boy is, though. Black-haired boy. Well, in their perspective, they don't know his name, so that's why it's shown the label.
I'm afraid we can't let you stop us either.
We won't let you past.
Confirming activation of combat link.
It looks like more Arcus units ended up leaking out than I thought. We should form one too, then.
Understood. Activating Arcus.
There shouldn't be any need to neutralize them. Our goal is to buy enough time for the initialization process to finish running. Let's do this, Risha!
Right.
And we can't afford to give them that time, Altina.
Understood. Commencing assault.
Estelle's missing on the protagonist splash.
I require your support, Main.
Right. Let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Here goes!
Okay, let's overdrive.
Here I go! Overdrive!
I timed it wrong, damn. I screwed up. I meant to do this first. Although, even though it's okay, I still see Lloyd can attack twice.
You're off balance!
This is my chance! Allow me. Come! Now, come with me, Lloyd!
Right! Here goes!
Oh, let's beat up Altina.
You're off balance!
This is my chance! Behold my dance, an illusory offering to departing souls. Sleep, embraced by silver light. Rise!
Right!
Poor Altina. You knocked her down good.
You're off balance! Come on, Misha!
Understood!
Oh, I got the momentum.
Finish now! Rising sun!
There! Allow me.
Let's overdrive again.
Now!
Overdrive!
Now!
Gotcha! Here goes!
Yeah, they did good with the S-Crafts at Richie, agreed. And more burning heart.
My turn!
Gotta love the burning heart.
Now!
This is my chance! Prepare yourself. An opening!
Gotcha!
We're bowling to our Altina.
Here goes! You're off balance! Come on, Misha!
All right! Prepare yourself.
I think I will be able to finish off Altina.
An opening!
Gotcha!
Behold my dance, an illusory offering to departing souls. Sleep, embraced by silver light. Rise!
Yep.
Mission failed. But how?
My turn!
We beat up an Altina.
Here goes!
Right.
This is all for the ring hater. This is for the ring haters. I'm not one of them, though. Ring's cool. I like him.
There!
Thought we goofed that up.
Right! My turn!
We're just gonna safely beat him up.
Arcus, activate.
My turn! Right!
Allow me.
We just keep delaying AT delaying Reen.
Arcus, activate.
Yeah, he doesn't like
Here
Rishia.
goes.
Activate.
I'm gonna risk it.
You're finished now. Rising sun.
Oh, so close.
Allow me.
But we delayed him. Look at that. He survived with 8 HP remaining. But he's down.
Let's keep moving.
Yeah, Lloyd managed to AT delay Reen good.
I'm surprised.
I was a little worried about this fight because I didn't have the good builds. Since, you know, it's very limited in our resources.
I knew full well Risha would pose a threat, but I wasn't expecting half as much from a simple detective.
Yes, simple detective.
You could say it runs in the family.
You missed out, Kirito. You missed out a lot.
I'm just as impressed by how proficient you are with that blade, given your age.
Are you familiar with this character that's talking right now, Kirito? You should know him.
I've still got a long way to go, honestly. I won't be worthy of being called a divine blade anytime soon.
Reen, time is running short. I think it's time you stopped holding back.
I suppose you're right.
We're dealing with Crossbell stuff. Crossbell got taken over by the Erebonia, and now Rufus governs the state. Well, no longer a state. Rules the city.
What?
Rufus is our new glorious Crossbell leader.
Be careful.
What's he doing?
Such negative energy.
Initialization process completed.
Oh, they're done here.
Rebooting all systems in an initialized state.
We did it!
What a relief.
Well, mission
What should
failed.
we do?
Captain Lecter gave us 2 orders. One was to prevent the initialization. The other was only to be completed in the event we couldn't. We'll just do that one.
Captain Lecter!
It couldn't be the same Lecter from the Imperial Army's intelligence division, right?
The very same.
Heed my call. Valimar, the Ashen Knight!
Holy...
Well, at least Lloyd has some experience dealing with giant robots.
An ion? No, it isn't.
Wait, no!
At least...
We can at least get the data out of here.
We'll split our losses this time.
At least Lloyd and Rishia doesn't have to fight Valimar on foot.
Arrest warrants haven't been issued for either of you yet. So go.
Damn it.
Yeah, the Special Support Section and friends are refugees in the glorious, you know, reign of the Empire.
Just tell me one thing, as I'm sure you already know. My name is Lloyd Bannings, and I'm a police detective with the Crossbell State Police Department. What's your name?
And keep in mind this, The Crossbell games are not officially localized, so for those that did not play Zero now, you know, this is much more less of an emotional investment, or maybe a little confusing to some.
I'm with Thor's Military Academy, Class 6.
Nope, no.
I'm a provisional military officer with the Crossbell government, Reen Schwarzer.
Aw. Poor Reen.
Yes, this is Schwarzer speaking.
Hey, good job on the mission.
Nothing good about it, I'm afraid. I couldn't prevent them from erasing all the data.
It's not the end of the world. They've still got plenty of other options. They're not the type to give up easily, but it'll set them back in the meantime.
Is that so, Captain? You must know them fairly well.
You could say that, Reen.
I guess you could say that.
Exactly.
They're no pushovers. They've had the odds stacked against them in more ways than I can count. They've come out the other side every time.
And for more details, play through Zero and Ano Kiseki.
I'm so sorry I couldn't do anything. I had a feeling something was going to happen. But I was powerless when it really did.
Don't feel bad. There was no way we could have seen that coming. Especially that night. It was kind of like an ion, but at the same time it wasn't. Or like the archaisms, for that matter. He called it the Ashen Night, didn't he?
He did. Its power was out of this world. Do you think that was one of the Imperial Army's new weapons, too?
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, it shares some similarities with their soldats. I don't know. Feels like there's more to it than that.
I guess you could say it's divine.
And its pilot was anything but normal. Let's put it out of our minds for now. We stopped that data from falling into the Army's hands. Wasn't our smoothest operation. I'd still call it a success. I'm sure Tio, Yona, and Roberts can make do even without those terminals. You can always count on Ellie, Randy, Noel, the Chief, and Dudley, too. Even Kia, Arios, Wazi, and Zeit will help us. There are still many barriers left between us and our goals. But we can get over them. So long as we're together.
I hear the barrier talk.
Right.
You're heading back then?
That's the plan. I've played my part. I'll return with Valimar and the train this afternoon.
Well, if that's what you want to do.
Friendship at its finest indeed.
I was just wondering if you wanted to go back on the Eisengraph together instead. You two haven't spoken since, right?
Excuse me.
This is where we part ways then. I look forward to any collaborative efforts we may have in the future.
You don't say.
Yeah. Oh, right. Do you have anything you want me to pass on to Milliam?
Not especially. You may technically be sisters, but I am simply a tool. I feel no particular familial bond with her. I imagine that deep down, she feels the same way.
Yeah, but... no. Forget it.
Oh.
Take care, okay?
Head pat.
I don't doubt you're going to be sent on plenty of dangerous missions in the days to come.
I should have set up head pat the command.
Understood?
He's confused. What does this head patting is?
Is something wrong?
Not really.
This is why in her Cold Steel 3 promotional artwork she's wearing a beret. It's for head pat protection.
I'm just kind of jealous of them, I guess.
Well, this chapter's done. I'm gonna stop the stream for just a moment just to kind of cut off the video, and we're gonna continue with the beginning of the epilogue stuff. There's still a little more to come, so just wait 30 seconds.